Are the candidates supporters of the precinct caucus system or moving to a state primary system?
That's not my decision. That's the body's decision. I see positives for both systems. The caucus brought us names and numbers and connections with people, and it was able for people to develop personal relationships. But instead of having 1 million or more voters identified, we only had 240,000 identified. So we take a look at that. Does that outweigh, does getting the names and contact numbers of 1 million people change the idea of the caucus situation? I think it's a discussion that the state committee has. The state committee develops a program whether the state committee wants to have the caucuses or whether they want to have a primary.
I'm going to wholeheartedly agree with Mark on this. I think that this is a question we're going to decide in 2011. So it is not in this term of either the central committee or in this term of the chairmanship that we're going to decide this question. But this is going to be a very robust conversation within the party because there are clear pros and cons to both. The caucuses are expensive, they're time-consuming, they're exhaustive. I found that the party was very tired after the caucuses. We did bring a lot of grassroots people in. I do think that we somewhat failed in our responsibility to the people of the state to run an election, which is what we are taking on when we do the caucuses. But I don't think we'll ever have 240,000 people on it. And there are advantages to the primary. It doesn't cost as much. It's not as much work. It involves, frankly, if you talk about, for example, disabled people, the caucus is clearly discriminating against disabled people, older people. So I think it's going to be a very robust conversation for the state and central committee to have in 2011.